Okay, so I've been cutting for the last few weeks and now I'm here with Belo, my new friend, and he's a dietitian and he's going to check my body fat percentage now, but it's a different kind of measurement. I'm doing my skin folds and stuff like that, but I'll get a better explanation for after it. So yeah, let's see how it is now.
So I got my skin folds measured at all required sites to calculate my body fat percentage. And the numbers were run through 3 different methods. The results came out between 10 and 14%, depending on which formula you use. I'm going with the Carter method, not just because it put me at the lowest at 10.3%, but also it's the most accurate for people who train consistently and live an athletic lifestyle. Okay, so before I get into the video, I just want to mention that I'm not a personal trainer or anything. These are the things that I've learned just through experience and trying different things over the last probably 7 years of me kind of working out and going to the gym. And I used to overcomplicate it so much, trying all these different techniques and different ways of doing stuff. But I found if you do these 3 simple steps, I can actually guarantee you that you're going to see results. And it's just a matter of time and just sticking with it. So let me explain what these 3 steps are. So the first one is just find your calorie maintenance. So whatever you eat to maintain your weight, not go up weight or go down weight, and just eat 300 calories below this. I chose to eat 300 calories below because it's a number that I felt that I could stick with for a long period of time without feeling like I was dying when I was cutting. Because in the past, I've tried cut weight and cut 1,000, 1,500 calories. And you actually all day you think about food, and it's quite unhealthy. You start thinking about food all the time, and I just don't think it's good for you, to be honest, when you cut that drastically. So if you cut by 300 calories over a longer period of time, it's a lot more manageable and sustainable, meaning that you can stick with it longer. So I picked 2,700 calories because this was a number that I felt like I could stick with for a long period of time without feeling like I was dying, as I said. And I wanted to eat 220 grams of protein, 275 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat. If you want to see how I broke this down, I did it in another video previously of how I broke down in very simple terms, how I broke down my macros. It's around 10 minutes into that video if you want to check that out and see how I did it. It's really the 80-20 rule. So if you eat clean 80% of the time and 20% through the week, you have a few different meals where you're not exactly hitting your target, but you're still hitting your protein, which is the most important thing. You will definitely see results. So what I do is track everything on MyFitnessPal. It's a free app, and you can even create your own meals so you don't have to add the meal every time. So just create your set meals. I pretty much eat same things every day, just chicken, rice, and a bit of veg. I've recently had to up my fiber a lot because I wasn't eating enough, so I've had to eat a lot more veg and stuff like that. But if you just have this balance, that some days you can eat out, you can have like a sandwich or you can have a burrito or whatever, but the majority of the time, if you're tracking and you're eating cleanly and you're cooking yourself, the results will come 100%. That's the beauty about macros, really, because I used to hear people say, oh, if it fits your macros, and I had no idea what they're talking about. But when you know how many carbs you're supposed to hit, how much protein, how much fats, you can kind of change the meals a bit more, because if it fits it there or thereabouts, I know when you're eating out, you won't be able to track exactly. But if you get a kind of a rough estimate, it's okay for some days to eat out and have something different, just to keep yourself sane throughout the process. Diet is by far the most important step as well. So if you don't have this right, you can train as hard as you want in the gym, but the results just aren't gonna come. So it's mainly how you eat is how you're gonna see results. So the second step is walk every single day. Just do as much as you can with a minimum of 10K steps a day. And if you want to burn fat quicker, bump that up to 15,000 or even 20,000 steps if you can fit it in. But minimum 10,000 every single day. So I start my day off fasted in the morning. First thing I do is just get up out of bed and go straight for a walk. I just go for a walk outside in the fresh air. It actually wakes you up nicely. I don't bring my phone or anything. I just go for a stroll and just get my steps in, because then throughout the day I already have a base set. So I have about 3,000 steps. How many have I done now? So it's 8:11 a.m. I'm not sure if you can see, but I have 3,700 steps done already. So throughout the day now, I'll walk to the gym. I'll walk while I'm in the gym in between sets instead of sitting down or taking a break. These little steps add up as well when you're walking around the place. So just make sure just to walk everywhere if you can. So then in the evenings or else after the gym, I will walk on the treadmill for around 45 minutes to an hour just to hit my step goal. So put it on a high incline, around 12 incline and 4 speed. and just walk on the treadmill. You can watch something on your phone or listen to a podcast or do a bit of work on your phone is what I try to do every day, because you kind of feel a bit productive while you're walking and you can do stuff on your phone still. You might think walking is just a waste of time, but I'm telling you, it has been the biggest game changer for me, especially when you're trying to lose a bit of weight. It's something that you can do very consistently because it's not that taxing on your body. So getting steps in every day is just clinical to lose a bit of weight. It doesn't only help with fat loss as well. I just think it clears my head so much whenever I'm feeling a bit stressed or anxious or anything like that. If you go for a quick walk, 20-30 minutes, instantly after it I feel better, or even on the walk. And if you want to just put away your phone, that's just as good as well, because you're just kind of clearing your head. So it not only benefits you for losing fat, but it helps your mind also. And the third thing is just stop program hopping. Just pick one workout plan and stick to it for at minimum 12 weeks. So I used to always do this. I'd see a workout online and I would just change what I was doing. So I'd maybe do it for 2 weeks and then I'd see a new one online and I'd start that. Then I'd do that for another week maybe, and then I'd see a different one and try that. But you're not making any progress and you can't really track what you're doing, because if you're changing your exercises every week and you're changing your splits each week, you can't really do progressive overload in an effective way. Saying that, I do like to change up my splits after about 12 weeks now, because it kind of motivates you to try something new, and your body also gets used to training the same thing over and over again. So pick a split for 12 weeks, stick to that, and then you can try something new. I also found that when you change your workout, you're kind of motivated to do it because you're doing something different. But when you're actually doing progressive overload correctly, it's very motivating each session to go in and try improve your numbers. And this is the first time of my life that I've been cutting and my strength's actually been improving a small bit. Obviously not as much when I'm eating more calories, but while cutting, it's maintaining and actually improving in a lot of areas, which is something that I just can't believe. And I believe that's because of my diet, because I'm eating enough carbs and I've everything else dialed in. So for the last 12 weeks, I tried C-bum split, and it was 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on. And this was okay. I had an extra rest day in the week, and it wasn't on like a weekly schedule, which was okay, but sometimes it was kind of frustrating because there's no real structure to it. And obviously it's easier for him because all he has to do is go to the gym. So I'll pop up what that split was. So 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, and how I broke it down. It's not exactly how he does his workouts, but it's the same body parts each day. Now I'm going back to my favorite one, and it's just 6 days on, 1 day off. So Monday to Saturday you're training, and then 1 day off on the weekend. I might take an extra rest day, maybe on a Friday or a Thursday or something like that, just to give my body a break. I do enjoy training so much that I like going 6 days a week, and I know some people are going to say, oh, that's overtraining and stuff, but I really just enjoy it. And I think it's okay for me when I separate out my body parts, because I think they get enough rest anyway. So I'll pop up my new split if you want to try it out for the next while and kind of do it with me and let me know how it goes and how you find it. And I've actually brought my sets down to 2 sets per exercise. So in the past, when I was cutting, I used to up my sets, up my reps, do high reps, high sets. But if you think about it, it just makes no sense at all, because you're eating less calories and you're upping the load. So it just doesn't make any sense. When you cut it down to around 2 sets per exercise, you can maintain that strength, which is the most important to maintain muscle, and you don't feel fatigued and you feel a lot better, and the workouts just feel way more kind of structured and you're actually hitting all your goals. So to be honest with you, these are the only 3 things I've done over the last few months to drop my body fat down while maintaining muscle. But none of this would have been possible without being consistent, which is by far the most important thing you can do in your kind of fitness journey. You just got to stick to your plan, fuel your body correctly, and just, even when the progress is slow, just trust the process and stick with it. Because I even see myself now, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting a bit fat, I'm getting a bit skinny. And all the time it's going around my head. And every day I still stick to the same routine. And you mightn't see it in the mirror each day because you're in your own head. But if you take progress pics and you just stay consistent, I guarantee you, I promise you that you'll see results. So if you're trying to cut down for summer and want to try a new routine, just incorporate these 3 simple steps into your day, and I can guarantee you're going to see results. It's worked for me, and it's the best I've ever felt training while losing weight. So as I said, I'm not a trainer at all, but I've learned a lot through experience, through trial and error of trying ridiculous diets, trying ridiculous workouts, just doing things so badly. So I'd like to try to help people out who are just starting out in the gym or who have experience in the gym and want to try something different. And I think people make it out to be a lot more complicated than it is. So you just eat a small bit less, you walk a bit more and track your lifts in the gym, and you're going to see results. It's just a matter of time and consistency. I just want to say thanks very much as well to everyone who's subscribed and who's supporting me. It really, really does motivate me just to keep making videos, because I love doing it, and just seeing that people actually are enjoying them really just means the world to me. So we're up to 500 subscribers now, so I'm going to try keep building on that. And yeah, welcome to anyone who has just found me on this video or from the past. And yeah, thanks a million. So if you like this video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. My page is just going to be really about the things that I enjoy doing. So that's fitness, traveling and trying to build businesses, which is the 3 main parts of my life that I really enjoy. And if I can help anyone in any way by making these videos, that's the most important to me. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.